All right, guys, we're going to do a live in-storm coverage video. I'm going to try to keep this quick. As always, my quick ends up being 10 minutes, and next thing you know, I just wasted 10 minutes of your time. Other thing, I'm looking at you right now, but I'm going to be looking over there because I have multiple screens here, and I wanted to put this on the larger screen so that you can see better. So hopefully don't pay too much attention to my face. It's not like I'm trying to ignore you. I'm just looking over there. All right, let's get to this. This is the HRR model. Last night, short-range modeling, these run every single hour. They go out to 18 hours. 11, 12 o'clock, I was like sitting there watching some of these models come in. I'm like, holy hell, it's showing some really warm temperatures. And basically, if that was to take place, everything's going to be rain. Well, it's 11:30. It's snowing out. East York, temperature's 31. It's been there since about 9 a.m. Dew point's 28. That means that we've still not saturated fully, so we may still wet bulb temperature down below 30. So I have this up on the screen here because this is the HRR. It's the latest. It's the 15Z, which is 10 o'clock. This is saying, okay, so here is York. Let me just do this. Put this dot right there. Let me just outline this. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. All right, anyway, you get the point. So put York. York that's Thomasville, right where this 34 is at. So I'm going to go forward here. So this is saying that at 11 a.m., which was a half hour ago, it's already at 34 degrees, which of course is not the case. And all areas are above freezing. 37 degrees by 12, 40 degrees by 1, 41 by 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Let's go back now to the previous run, which is the 14Z. And we're going to scroll back here. Let me just get this to 0. Okay. So this was at 10 a.m. Temperatures are 31, pretty spot on. By 11, this is 10 a.m. So temperatures are supposed to be 32. By 11, they were supposed to be 35. 38 by 12, 40 by 1, 39 by 2. You see what's going on here. So the temperatures are coming down. I think the warm option is, let's just say, 90% off the table. Now I want to get to the precip and moisture, show you some radar here. This was, of course, this is the 14Z, so this is not the latest. But let's just go back here. So at 16Z, which is basically right now 11, showing a band of decent snow here in York. I'm going to take you to the radar and actually show you that modeling is pretty off because this whole area right here is getting some moderate snow, particularly down in here. Particularly, this is all pretty much moderate to heavy snow right in there. We also have the other band. This is the cold front out here. These two are basically going to converge. Let's use the other radar. So this is the Washington, D.C. radar. I like to use two different radars because we're in between radar sites. So if we go to the State College radar, you're going to see we have a nice heavy band out here, and we have a decent band which was showing up. This greens here are now coming into basically the York area. So let's go back here to the HRR model. Now, here's what I'll tell you. It said it's 31 degrees outside. We talked about whether it's going to lay and stay in the paved surfaces. All of my decking outside is covered. All of my colder surfaces are covered with a nice coating already. Parts of my driveway are covered. The areas that are facing southwest on my driveway are not covered, and that's because the sun is going to play a huge part in the actual forecast of accumulation of snow. When this first came out, I thought it was going to be between 3 o'clock p.m. to 3 o'clock a.m. Instead, it's like 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. So we're going to get screwed on accumulations on paved surfaces because of the daytime heating with marginal temperatures and the sun angle. And unless this starts coming down really heavy, which I do expect it will, it's not going to overcome those paved surfaces. So let's just go, once again, let's just go to the 15. Let me get that off there. I just want to go to the latest 15Z. And we're going to go to okay, so right now at 16Z, the model is saying, well, there's really no snow in this area. And it's doing an okay job. But what it's saying by 12 o'clock is that the snow basically breaks up. 1 o'clock, still no snow. 2 o'clock, well, instead of snow, we're now with rain and decent rain in southern parts of the county in the viewing area. 3 o'clock, rain. 4 o'clock, rain. 5 o'clock, finally changing over to snow. 6, 7, and out of here. The previous model also said the same thing, except it did things a little bit different. It basically said there's going to be a little bit more back-end snow. So we go, this is still 2 o'clock, rain. 3 o'clock, still rain, snow mix. 4, 5, 6, 7. Pretty much the same thing. Now, if we go to snowfall accumulation, the 14Z basically says coatings to no more than 2 inches. Let me just tend this all the way out so you can see. Coatings to 2 inches. The 15Z says, I'm going to say the same exact thing, actually less snow. Coatings to 1 inch. So we have a duel going on right now between nature and short-range modeling. Basically, depends on how much snow falls. I don't think it's a big deal, again, especially on paved surfaces. But, you know, I just wanted to point out that I think that the modeling is a little bit wrong on the temperatures. Now, if that rain, that 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock period, if that rain that's modeled ends up being snow, it could be some pretty decent heavy snow. And that's actually where the accumulations will start on the paved surfaces and even treated surfaces. So we're going to have to continue to monitor the temperatures, and we're going to have to continue to monitor the radar. One other thing I want to bring to your attention here is the what's known as SPC hourly data. We are right, since this is a little bit tougher to see, we are basically right there. This line right here is the freezing line. So watch how this thing moves. This is once again off the what's known as the RAP data, which is short range data. So right now it says that the freezing line is north of us. I can assure you it's still 31 degrees. It's not. If we go out 2 hours, it's basically up to, let's call it Selinsgrove. 4 hours, it's still at Selinsgrove. In 6 hours, 4 hours, Selinsgrove. 6 hours, still at Selinsgrove. So it's coming down to a duel. We'll see whether Mother Nature wins or whether the modeling is correct. As I see it, as I saw it the entire time, it's not going to be a big event. We may get some heavier bursts, which may whiten the ground. The big thing is that whatever is on the ground, even if it's wet surfaces, once this ends, temperature is going to plummet real quick. Tomorrow, we have a chance at an Arctic front coming through with some snow squalls, showers. Could put down a quick coating to an inch of snow, and it's going to be cold. So whatever does fall is certainly sticking, and it will ice over. And I'm also looking at a Friday event as well. Looks like it's going to be a light event now. Nothing out of the ordinary, but it will be high ratio snow. Let's leave this with the radar, see if anything has changed. As you can see, this area filled in as I had expected. So this area right here will start to pick up. As this starts to converge, this area right here, if I was to do another video and say another 2 hours, this area right here should all fill in and then come up this way. The question is it 40 degrees like the models are saying, or does it stay in the low 30s like I'm thinking? Time will tell. Have yourself a great day, and thanks for viewing. As always, if anything changes, I'll be in contact.